Fourths, fifths, octaves, and unisons are known as perfect intervals, meaning there's only one place for us to play them and have it perfectly smooth. It's a just tuning system, I believe you call it. There are three types of tunings. I could overwhelm you with this information immediately. Pythagorean tuning, equal temperament tuning, and just tuning. But anyway, we tune our open strings till it's smooth. If you use a needle, an electronic tuner, and you tune every string until the needle is straight up or down, and then you bow your open strings, you're going to notice, once you've developed the ability to hear the flutter, or beats as we call them, that there's still a little bit of noise there. So to get rid of that, you're going to have to make the fifth a little larger. So the D will be slightly lower than it would be on the electronic tuner. So when it sounds smooth, the needle's going to be a little bit to the left. C is going to be even more so. On a viola, the C, that's what I'm talking about. On a violin, the G is just a little. So the farther you get away from A, the more out of tune you're going to drop. But it's going to sound smooth when you bow it. It's complicated stuff. I'm not going to try and teach you all that on this lesson, but what you want to hear right now is just smoothness. You're going to learn how to hear beats. So here's how you do it. If I push my finger into the string, perhaps I can create, do you see the little groove in my finger? It's sort of on the left side. Okay, now I'm going to put that on the A string. Okay, now I'm going to come in at an angle. See the angle of the finger? And I'm going to pivot my elbow slightly to the right as a unit. This whole unit will move. It's not just the elbow leaving the wrist behind. The whole thing swivels like this, just a little bit, so that I can then take my fourth finger and pluck open E with my one still down, so that you can actually finger a note and have an open string available to your bow. Then you're going to put your bow on both strings, A and E, and you're going to, at the tip, very light bow, move it. Now I want you to go too low, and let's slide the finger, not try and roll it right now. We'll just slide it up and down. Go too low, and slide up until you hear the pitch. Okay? When you think you've got it, leave it there. Now the elbow will pivot back to the left. Where you were playing before, your one was probably bumping slightly on the D string. You're going to pivot back to the left. Your one will come off of the D string. You're not going to move it up or down. You don't want to change your intonation or your note. Now put your bow at the tip on the D string and the A string, and bow up, bow. And you're going to listen and see if it sounds sharp. If you're not sure, go lower and see if you like it better. Okay, now don't move it up or down, but you're going to pivot now your elbow towards the right, again, rolling your one away from the E string, because right now I'm touching it. So you roll away from it so you can pluck it, and then you're going to play A and E again with that lower one that you just created, and you'll notice that it's a little too low, and you'll scoot it a little higher. So hopefully you will start to hear these subtle differences in pitch.